Quite a few notable players in the ranks of both the sides. Bin DELAMAH, there's Austin, plays for Buckinghamshire. And here's how the two sides start this game. Bin DELAMAH Royal CC have got Syed Hassan, Austin John, Usman Khalid, Naveed Ahmed, Nikash Mahmood, Waqar Malik, Firoz Khan, Muhammad Khan, Balu George, and Nazar Seth. For Jubail Knights, Adil Butt, Nadeem Butt, Awais Ahmed, Ishtiyaq, Ali Mirza, Ali Murtaza, beg your pardon, Syed Rahman, Imran Mohsin, Gulfam Mahmood, Faizan Ahmed, Noman Khan, and Fiz Hamza. See both the sides raked up with a lot of all-rounders. All-rounders could be critical right throughout the innings. And the DELAMAH Royal CC will be targeting power play, try and dominate the proceedings. First 6 crucials will be way too important in the context of the game. Good to see the weather has cleared out. Getting the action.
Next up, sir.
Set. 2 umpires out there in the middle. Kashif Zubair, Umar Ali Khan. Making those late adjustments in the field. One up inside the circle. You want to make sure he is right on money from the get-go. Rajesh on strike for Ishtiyaq. Bit of a false start there. He's got a man in almost a flying slip position. And has got one more added in the cordon. So 2 wide slips almost to the point of gully. Interesting field position first up, and he would want to make sure he gets that line right in that channel pretty early on. Ishtiyaq. Quite a few players to watch out for in the batting side. Bin DELAMAH Royals TC is Austin. Usman Khalid, who's a Saudi national player. Balu George played for Kerala under-19 team. There's Nazar there, who's played for Tamil Nadu Premier League as well. It's Firoz, Nomi, Syed Amin. It'll be very interesting to see how it all pans out for the DELAMAH Royals, as they are first up. They're in the middle. Here goes Ishtiyaq. All set, all in readiness. First ball. On money straight away. From the slip cordon. There's a bowling side. You want to make sure you get that discipline. Seen the other day, the number of extras conceded is humongous. That is something Bin DELAMAH would want to make sure that stay away from. On the money straight away. Scampers across for a quick single. Good pickup. Has a shy at the stumps. Is he going to come back for a second? Surely will. Pretty needless. It's alright. It's the second ball of the game. He's done well to get himself off the mark there, Usman. Looks like he's getting that fieldsman down the leg side, a bit more squarer. Comes down the track, decides to toss his arm towards the offside. Early signs of aggression from Usman. Steps out, advances to Ishtiyaq. The first 6 overs would be absolute vital for both the sides. We set up the tone straight away. First game for both of them. 2 crucial points up for grab here. And again, backing away. Missing the line of the ball completely. He's trying his best to unsettle the bowler. But Ishtiyaq almost unfazed by those challenges first up. Just 2 conceded of the first 4 legal deliveries. It's been a good start from Ishtiyaq's perspective. He's taken the second slip out. This time a touch slower. Waited for it. This is a very good start from Jubail Knights. No freebies on offer. Maintaining a very good line and length. It's mixed up. It's bowled a slower one. There's an appeal there. It's pretty confident. The umpire unmoved. And stretches his arms. Not quite sure if there was something on it. The bowler went up straight away and was followed by the keeper. And there you have a look at from a different angle. Oh, there was a daylight between the bat and the ball. Sort of a delayed appeal from Hamza. Went up straight away after he saw his skipper going for it. Again, he's trying to launch that one towards the onside. What a start for Ishtiyaq. Almost lost kind of deliveries bowled in that over, but that's the end of the first one. DELAMAH Royals, none for 3 after the end of the first. Big thank you to the EPCA, the Tamimi Group, for wonderful facilities here at the Tamimi Cricket Ground. First of its kind ground in Dammam with floodlight facilities. A beautiful setup for a game of cricket. And we already have seen the atmosphere the other evening rather. Awais is going to take charge from the other end. And Rajesh will be the man on strike. A slip in place. And here goes Awais. Short and wide. Went for it. And the wide signal And that is one of the areas they'll have to try and curtail. All the sides, rather. Still early days, fresh into the competition. Trying to adjust to the matting pitch. And they'll only get better as the time progresses. Being well pitched up. Perfect line and length, not giving any room whatsoever. Just prods it towards the onside, no run taken. Oh, he goes after it and has cleared the infield. One bounce and into the fence it goes for a 4. What a shot. He chanced his arm on the very first delivery as well, when it was pitched short and wide, and this time getting the connection. And that's the first boundary for DELAMAH Royals. There you have it. Was inviting onto it in a flash. Sparfully cut. And Rajesh is off and running. There you see some adjustments straight away in the field. He's got a skipper at the mid-off position. I'm pretty sure the advice would be to just don't provide any of it. This is much better. Hamza, the man behind the stumps, has been a bit chirpy, just like the keepers normally are. It's Rajesh. Kind of stance he takes. Looks set for a big one. Throws his bat at it. Again, no to very little feet movement. So relying heavily on his hand and eye coordination, trying to clear the infield. That's a chance he would want to take early on inside the first 6 overs. He goes after it. Has he got the connection? No, straight into the hands of Adil Bhatt. First breakthrough, Rajesh departs. He was trying to clear the infield on more than one occasion. Did manage to get a boundary, but not the second one. A decent breakthrough for Jubail Knights. A wicket early on inside the power play is what they would have needed. They would have discussed. And that's exactly what they have managed in the second over of the innings. Radhakrishnan departs for just a boundary of the 5 deliveries he's faced. It's 8 for 1 inside the second over. And there you have it. A base touch shorter. Wasn't in a position to pull that. The idea was to just try that mid-on fieldsman. Not getting enough elevation behind that one and straight into the hands of Adil Bhatt. Still got one delivery left. And Oasis is over. And that brings Austin John there in the middle. Plays for the English county, Buckinghamshire Premier League. It's a big platform for a lot of players. We've got some of the very talented players, some of the internationals who are competing in this league. Here's Awais with his final delivery right into the block hole. Has he got something on it? They all go up. And nothing says the batsman, the umpire rather. The batsman unmoved. That was a beautiful delivery. First up, Austin was taken by surprise there. So that brings us to the end of the over. 8 for 1 after the end of over number 2.
Well, 2 overs done here at the Al-Tamimi Ground in Dammam. It's been a good start. The early wicket coming in from Awais Ahmed pulling in with some guile, and the amount of height that he has, he's surely going to get the ball to bounce as well. Ishtiaq Ahmed continuing from the other end.
Again decides to maneuver that field towards the offside, not hitting the gap. Looks to be a bit of aggressive player, Usman Khalid. Whenever the ball has been pitched up to him, he wants to decide, or rather he wants to go after it. It hasn't come off as yet. Here goes Ishtiaq once again. Again trying to work it towards the offside. He's bowling decent length here, Vansh, not giving anything away to the left-hander.
Absolutely. It's brilliant bowling from Ishtiaq and the other new ball bowler as well. So important with the new ball that you get some early purchase from the surface as well. At the moment, they're getting some good breeze. Ball to swing away from the left-hander.
Decides to go after it. Again, not getting right of the meat of the bat. Looped in the air. It'll only be a single. That gets Austin on strike for the first time to Ishtiaq.
Good bowling from Ishtiaq. Bowled that bouncer, got heavy on the batsman on that occasion. Really tough for him to get that one out, and especially when the wind is blowing against that. Let's see what he has on store. Austin John, 2 left-handers batting in for the DELAMAH Royals. Here's Ishtiaq. Good delivery, plays that one off the back foot. Looking for 2. Excellent running between the wickets. He realized that the ball was in the gap and the third man fielder was taking a bit long to reach towards that one. And instantly reacting to his call was Usman as well on the non-striker's end. Running between the wickets. A very key.
He's been consistent with his line and length, Ishtiaq. It's been a good over, just 3 conceded. Want to close down well. It's a wide.
He's going for the slower ball there, Ishtiaq. You could see what he was trying to do. He bowled those 5 deliveries up front, and then he was just trying to finish it off with a slower one. A bit wavered on the offside. Final delivery coming in from Ishtiaq. He's bowled well to the 2 left-handers. Can he finish it off well? Fuller length, goes for the drive. A bit too late on that one. I think the pace on that one just deceived the batsman Austin John on that one. Right then, at the end of 3 overs, the Bin DELAMAH Royals 12 for 1.
It's been a good start for the Jubail Knights, winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. Bin DELAMAH Royals going at exactly 4 in over. Those of you who are just joining rather, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025 powered by Dafa News, coming to you live from the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground in Dammam. This time launches that one in the air, and that has taken a couple of bounces and hits the rope. He was eyeing for that shot, going down on one knee and giving it a full throttle. Usman finally getting that big shot unleashed here once.
Absolutely. My first reaction was that he was looking to hit that one on the onside, but the kind of delivery that the bowler bowled, it made him really prepared for that shot on the offside.
This time back and across, pulls it. Has he got enough? And that has been taken out there in the deep. Was always edgy, trying to dominate the bowling inside the power play. Tried one shot too many, and that has brought about his downfall. Usman departs with just 7 after having faced 10 deliveries, and Bin DELAMAH Royal loses their second.
Well, one shot too many, as you rightly mentioned, Junaid. Usman looking to go for the pull shot, and I think it was a plan from the bowler as well. The Jubail Knights get their second wicket. Good catch at deep square leg, especially stationed for that very delivery. Awais has his second, and the Bin DELAMAH Royals, well, they've lost their second wicket in the power play. Usman Khalid not too happy with that shot as well.
That's right, and right from the very first over, he's trying to go for those big shots. Another new man in, both the batsmen. They'll have to try and stitch a partnership here. Here goes Awais. Right on money. It's beautifully bowled here, Vansh.
Well, that is a nightmare delivery to have first up. Feroz has just walked into the middle, and Awais is having no mercy on him. Beautifully bowled, just missed the top of the off stump, completely squared him up. He was in no position to play that front foot defense, nor the back foot defense as well. That is the toughest delivery that you can get as a middle order batsman as well, especially when the bowler is on song. Here comes Awais once again, this time a bit wide, and the umpire extends his arms to call that one a wide as well. It's been a really good start from the Jubail Knights, Junaid. The kind of consistency they've had in their line and lengths is really commendable.
That's right, and the captain, did say at the toss, 150, 160 and beyond is what they're looking for. The way they have approached this first 6 overs, look far away from that.
Short this time, good carry on that one. Feroz was looking to work that one over the flying slip. Got deceived by the pace maybe. They need to get off to a good start, these two. It's a crucial game, as every league game as well in this Saudi Foundation Cup. Have to waste no time and get those 2 points right up there. You can't take any game leniently. Is that one well on the offside? That's running away for a boundary. Beautifully timed by Feroz. opens his account just over the point fielder. And third man had no chance on that one. Look at the outfield there, Junaid.
Well, it's lightning quick. Just opened the face of the blade and guided it over the point fieldsman towards the right of the third man, who had no chance whatsoever, could only retrieve the ball on that occasion. And Feroz gets his first boundary.
Brilliant shot, minimal foot movement on that one from Feroz as well. Just using his wrists to play that one over the fielder at point. That is the kind of a batsman that Feroz looks like. Won't get his front foot right up there. He's surely one batsman who would look to work the caps on the offside and on the onside as well. Here comes Aves to bowl the final delivery of his second over. Fuller length, that is the kind of delivery that he has to be bowling. Once again, no foot movement there, he was caught lacking. After 4 overs, DELAMAH Royals 21 for 2.
That's right, and he's relying more on his hand and eye coordination. See ball, hit ball kind of cricket that Feroz is trying to play. And that's what Rajesh did try as well. And that brought about his downfall. And what a start this is for Awais. 2 for 14 in his first 2 overs. 21 for 2, going at a touch over 5 clicks in an over. And that is not the kind of start you would want if you are a DELAMAH Royals fan. First change. Said has been brought in.
Time for a bowling change here. First 4 overs. Brilliant bowling partnership between Ishtiaq Ahmed and Aves Ahmed. Complemented each other really well. But here's Said.
Again, straying down in line, trying to camper across for a quick single. Throw came in, but missed the target. Wide to start the proceedings with for Said. Shifts the angle straight away.
Straying down the pads on that occasion. He has to be very wary as to how he starts off his spell.
That's right, here goes Said. And again down the leg side, this time clips the pads. Well, had he hit the stumps and direct, that would have made things a little more interesting.
Once again, straying down on the pads. As I said, it's so important for a bowler to start off well. Just gives them the momentum. Fast bowlers are all about rhythm and momentum. And if they start well, they're just going to keep on doing well. It just becomes so tough for the batsman to capitalize then.
Again, this is much better. Another change in the angle. So the first 3 deliveries is bowled. Went round and then over. And then back to round the wicket. And finally has produced a good ball. Pitched right on the money. This time again, drifting down the leg side, will be wide. Not the kind of start he would have wanted here, Vansh.
Absolutely. The second legitimate delivery that he bowled, he got some good carry. But then ever since that, he's been wavered. 1 ball on the onside, 1 ball on the offside.
Just dabs it down for another single. Not quite sure if he's struggling with the angle. He's produced a legal delivery anyhow. The first 3 balls he bowled, they had to keep changing the angle, going from over to round and back to over the wicket.
This time bowling around the wicket. 3 deliveries left in his over. In fact, over the wicket, beg your pardon. Drifting down the legs to the right-hander. This is really good bowling from the Jubail Knights. Started off well. Conditions, of course, a bit overcast because of the rain a couple of hours ago. Some good breeze blowing in. Perfect conditions to play cricket. And it will be interesting to see if there will be rain throughout the course of this day, because we have seen some predictions. A light shower might come in. But let's hope that does not spoil the beauty of this league as well, because it's been this time much more fuller. On the bounce to the bowler. Right then, despite those wides, he doesn't concede many. 4 runs from that over, 5 done. It's 26 for the loss of 2.
Going at 5.2 in over. Just 1 over to go in the power play, and Feroz, the senior man, having a word with Justin John. Let's try and not do anything extravagant. Let's play out the over. Try and see if you have any loose deliveries on offer and go after it. We want to make sure they don't lose another wicket, just trying to go for those extra 5 or 6 runs in an over.
There you go. Floodlights taking effect here at the Al-Tamimi Ground. EPC has done an amazing job in getting these conditions ready for an exciting tournament.
Another bowling change. Sherry introduced. This prods it towards the cover region.
Final over of the power play. Usually the batting side fancies their chances in this final over because they're well set. Both these batsmen have played 7 and 8 deliveries respectively. Should be looking to just free their arms in this final over of the power play.
School farm again, this time pulled away. Not getting enough behind that one. Another run taken. Well, that's right, and they've got a bit of a sighter. Then they'll have to be wary of the fact that they don't end up conceding another wicket inside the first 6, because at this moment in time, partnership is the need of the hour from DELAMAH Royals' perspective. They might take a chance and add a few more extra runs to their tally. But on the flip side, if they lose a wicket, then that might just do a bit more damage to the start they've already have. Oh, he chances his arm and goes over the infield. Has that gone all the way? We'll wait for the umpire's signal. And there you have it. 6 of the very best. And what a shot that was. Is slightly wide. He went after it and managed to clear the boundary ropes. Good shot there, Vansh.
Really, really good shot. First 6 of the innings as well. Just gets the innings underway as well. This time, once again, looking to play a similar shot. There was some deviation, but I think that was off the surface once it pitched there. A very, very loud appeal from the wicket keeper. He was absolutely certain there was something on that one, but I don't seem to think there was any bat involved. There you have the replay once again. Gives us a better view. Absolutely, the batsman is asking for a wide, whereas the wicket keeper is asking for a wicket. 2 differences, but the umpire spot on with his decision yet again, as we've seen throughout this Saudi Foundation Cup. Good length delivery once again. Looking to play across the line. Did Feroz. You're not going to get value for your shots if you play across the line on this kind of a wicket, and especially with conditions in favor of the bowler, as Gulfam has bowled, tried to be much more fuller. The only time he's given that 6 is when he's been way outside the off stump. Final delivery of the power play now. Once again, this is up in the air. This is very high. It's going to be very tough to catch this. But he catches that one. The ball was swirling in the air. And a beautiful catch. The plan was set up well by the Jubail Knights. And credit where it's due. Sherry gets his first wicket. They have a quick team hurdle as well after that one, as the DELAMAH Royals lose their third wicket now. Feroz going for one shot, way too many on the final delivery of the power play. And the score for them now, 3 threes, 33 for 3.
And that's the point we were trying to make a short while back. You might get maybe a 4 or a 6. A few runs extra added to the total in the first 6. But then if you end up conceding a wicket, that might just provide a bit more damage, not to the pitch of the ball. Is relying heavily on the hand and eye coordination, decides to go through with the shot, and a very well judged catch. He was coming in and kept his eyes on the ball right through, not middling it, getting high end of the bat, and that one skied up in the air. Well judged catch by Nadeem. And that brings out Naveed into the mix.
Good planning as well by the captain to have a fielder on the boundary on the offside. That just shows that strategically they're on top as well, the Jubail Knights. Very poor shot connection there from the batsman Feroz Khan. Shot wasn't really on with the fielder there. The umpire
End of the power
signals
play.
the end of the power play, as you said, Junaid, and Syed will continue.
That's right. Goes Said. Again, losing his discipline. Why to start the first over after power play. Hafiz Hamza, the man behind the stumps, has looked almost certain every time he's caught the ball, leaving the edge of the bat. Helped away towards the leg side, beats that fielder. Doesn't have enough legs. He's coming back for a second. This could be close. He tried to flick it back onto the stumps, but missed it. But he was in otherwise. That was a bit risky there, Vansh.
But he's trying to flick that one in between his legs, Hafiz Hamza. I think the throw came in a bit delayed as well. Should have gone for the quick throw. Good couple of runs.
Sham decides to go through the offside. Doesn't hit the gap. He's bowling well within himself. Here, Saeed, despite the number of wides he's conceded in the first over, as well as the one to start off this over with, hasn't gone for too many, just 5 runs conceded. And again, as I was mentioning, another lack in discipline from the bowler. And that is something they'll have to try and curtail at the earliest, once, because it's just the very first game for them. The extras have been racked up by all the teams who've played so far.
Well, absolutely, Junaid. Out of the 6 runs that he's conceded, 5 of them have been courtesy extras. Now the second run taken off the bat to Syed. He's bowling well, but just needs to have that consistency in bowling at the stumps, because at the moment the batsman will be a bit hesitant to play, given the fact that the DELAMAH Royals have lost 3 wickets. And you can obviously see the kind of fielding changes they are making with the new batsmen in play as well. Naveed Ahmed still not yet opening his account. Just has that one fielder inside the circle on the onside as well, does say it for him. so that he doesn't take the quick single from here on. Full length delivery. Drives that one, looking for the single. A slight misfield. And that will earn him his first run.
It's a good start for Jubail Knights. 39 for 3. 2 wickets to Awais.
Once again, full and length. Oh, there's some confusion. A direct hit. Oh, that would have been gone had that hit the stumps. Bit of yes and no from Austin and Naveed. And at the end, they don't take the single, but I don't know why the signal of the leg by from the umpire, because he's not taken a single there. Just be awaiting confirmation on that one. That will be the end of the over though. And after 7, DELAMAH Royals are 39 for the loss of 3. Just 5 runs coming off that one.
It's been a lackadaisical start from DELAMAH Royals' perspective. They haven't got enough momentum in their innings.
Well, the beautiful view of the Al-Tamimi ground. EPC has done an amazing job. The only ground actually in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia which has floodlights, and that's why we're having this amazing tournament on display here. There seems to be some confusion here. And I think Syed has bowled one less ball in his previous over. That is why they will have that quick change as well. Yep, confirmation of that one. One ball still to go in Syed's over. Goes for the big swing on the onside. Another misfield. And he'll take the single. So Austin will keep strike in the next over. And after 7 overs here in Dammam, the DELAMAH Royals are 40 for 3.
Going under 6 runs in over. They'll have to try and get a move on at some stage. Wickets at regular intervals, denying them that right. Austin, the man, has consumed 13 deliveries out of 42 bowled so far. He's only managed 6 runs. Trying to tuck it away towards the onside. He's charging in. Is he going to come back for the second? They do quite comfortably in the end. There's good running, better communication this time.
Well, they'll have to take this partnership to another level here. Can't be having 10-15 run partnerships as they've had in this match so far. To build something big, they have to go towards that 160 mark. Have to build this one out.
Again, deciding to go over the top. Missing that one completely. It's just Feroz Khan who's got into double digits so far. 10 of 12 is what he's managed. 1-4, 1-6. Nothing else coming in. Any major contributions. Rajesh Rajakrishnan was out for 4. Usman Khalid could only manage 7. Austin Joan batting on 8. Again, straying down, targeting those pads, ends up conceding another wide. And extras have been outscoring everybody. 12 so far, and we are in just over number 8. 9 wides, 3 leg byes. And that's not a happy reading if you are a Jubail Knights fan in terms of the extras. And this time has managed to get something on it. It will be tested and as well eventually. Cross for another couple.
This is good running between the wickets. Even good fielding on the fine leg boundary. And you rightly mentioned, spoken a lot about the extras yesterday as well, both in match number 1 and 2. We saw that the second highest run scorer in one of the matches yesterday were the extras. And this time, as you rightly mentioned, the extras have outscored most of the batsmen as well. In fact, all of them so far. We'll have to keep them on check, that's for sure. Can't be straying down the pads. Can't be bowling those no balls as well. We've seen, in fact, we've not seen a no ball yet, but the number of wides, 10 wides. Just 3 runs of leg byes. That is one worry for the Jubail Knights. Final 2 deliveries of Gulfarm's second. Lower full toss, just worked on the onside. Has to collect it with one hand. Misfield. Some confusion. Lots of yes and no calls. And I think no danger has been done. That just shows the uncertainty with which they're batting here, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And have blown hot and cold with their communication. Yes, sir, and no. And there you have it. Just dab towards the mid-on fieldsman. And again, both the batsmen on one side. That was an opportunity for the bowling side to capitalize once.
Well, absolutely. You can see, you can hear it on the stump mic that he's not happy with the length that he's bowled. There you go, the end of over number 8 and the score for the DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club after those 8 overs is 48 for 3, currently going at run a ball. This partnership is slowly and steadily building. 11 for Austin John and Naveed with just 3 runs of 3 balls. 12 overs left in this innings. 72 balls. Can they capitalize and go towards that 160 mark that you see? It's going to be tough.
And there you have it. The projected score at current rate will take them to 120. 8 in over, 144, 168 if they go at 10 in over. And they'll surely be targeting somewhere around 8 and 10, somewhere in between 8 and 10 rather. And for that to happen, they'll have to stitch a long partnership. And what better than these two out there in the middle. Austin, who's got a sighter, has faced 17 deliveries. Here's Saeed. And that has been beautifully taken. He was looking to maneuver that gap towards the offside. Couldn't quite pierce this time. It was held out beautifully. Ishtiaq making no mistake with the catching. And Austin has to depart. Saeed gets amongst wickets and not the right time to lose one here, Vansh.
Well, absolutely not the right time. We were just mentioning that they need a partnership at the moment. And just looking to go a bit aerial there, Austin John. And ends up giving away that wicket. 4 wickets have now fallen. And things are not looking that bright for the DELAMAH Royals. They have to set up a good total. They will need those partnerships as we've just spoken. Good catch by Ishtiaq as well. Austin departs for 11 of 18. It's 48 for 4.
touch slower, touch wider. Not getting the sort of power behind that shot he would have otherwise liked. And a nicely held catch, diving towards his left by the skipper. And that brings Balu George into the middle. Kerala under-19 player. A decent start at Balu George from Said.
Well, some happy faces here at the Al-Tamimi Ground, watching the game patiently. Conditions have become a bit colder than yesterday as well. As the night progresses, we might see the dew factor coming in as well. So much of rain in this part of the country. We saw rain yesterday. We saw a delayed match being played, the second one today as well. Balu.
डिसो मिसन 81 किन कुर्नु 84 मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन 81 3000 मा रिचार्ज वर्षैभरि मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन.
Just to play under the radar a bit and stitch partnership together.
That will be a wide outside the off stump. We've spoken so much about Syed's issues with those extras. Still persisting with those issues. 50 is up for the DELAMAH Royals as well. Woodland delivery squared him up. Finds the outside edge. The outfield will be a touch slower on that part of the ground because of a few showers, as I said. Couple of runs there. Brilliant delivery.
He's been bowling well within himself, but on occasions as such, produces an absolute Jaffa.
Once again, you can see what he's exactly trying to do. End of the over, 9 overs done. It's 53 for 4 for the DELAMAH Royals. And with 11 overs left in this innings, once again, you can see they're giving themselves time. They're trying to stitch a partnership together, but then they have to start with those singles and doubles somewhere as well. Projected scores on the bottom right of your screens. If they go by the current run rate, they'll reach 117. They'll need much more than that. They have to put a fight with the ball in hand in the second innings later on. 140, 145 looks to be a good total here, Junaid.
And that's right, and for that to happen, 90 plus in the last 11 would be a test of character for all the batsmen. Both of them who are out there and the rest to follow. Balu George could be that one man. Looks to have a pretty solid technique. He's played for the Kerala under-19 team. They'll have to try and bring all that experience out. They'll have to chance their arm at some stage in the game. 11 overs to go. Looks like it's going to be spin introduced for the first time. And all the bowlers have done their job quite well. Haven't provided any juices, any looseness to the batting side. Haven't allowed those boundary balls as well. There goes Noman. Trying to work it towards the onside. He's pretty animated behind the stumps. Hafiz.
And spin introduced for the first time. We've seen that the faster bowlers have enjoyed this surface and bowling on this one. But even the spinners have had their fair bit.
Goes back and across, and it's brilliant fielding. Would have been testing times had that ball hit that gap.
This will be a much more favourable matchup for the batting side. The left-hander Balu on strike, facing the left-arm spinner. I think if they divide the responsibilities well in this partnership, can really stitch a big one. There you go, the left-hander bowling to Balu.
Touch shorter. Couldn't quite capitalize, and they'll have to try and fancy themselves at some stage. Maybe get a couple of boundaries, try and put that pressure back onto the opponents.
Picks up a single, this time on the offside. And that will be another single for Balu, who's taking his time to get well settled here. And delivery, in fact, a couple of deliveries left in this over as well. That's a brilliant delivery. Looks to play the cut. Was a bit late on the cut, and that's why it went straight towards the fielder at point. Looking to play on the front foot to Noman. Noman so far has been pinpoint accurate in his lines and lengths. Once again, that ball coming in with the angle, the arm ball as you call it. No singles taken. End of a very, very impressive over. Just 2 runs off that one. Now the halfway mark in this first innings within DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club, 55 for 4.
Good start to his spell. Noman conceding just 3. Or just 2 rather. That's going to be a quick drinks break at 55 for 4. Going at exactly 5.5 runs in an over. And they will be a happy bunch. Jubail Knights, they won the toss. Decided to bowl first, and the bowlers have responded and how. Always being the pick of the bowlers with 2 wickets. Saeed getting himself into the mix as well. And DELAMAH Royals will have their task cut out in the final 10. Partnerships is what they have lacked right throughout the first 10. And that is one of the areas they'll have to try and get right straight away. 2 experienced pros out there in the middle. Balu George and Naveed. Got themselves a bit of a sighter with 6 and 8 deliveries faced so far. They want to make sure they carry on at least for the next few overs and then really launch themselves in the back end of the innings. A big thank you to the EPCA and the Tamim group for the beautiful setting. And just in case if you have missed out on the action, this is how it panned out. Rajesh going early on, held out at the mid-on. A couple of shots played in early. And that was a beautiful 6 towards the offside. What do you make of the first 10 overs here, Vansh? Because they haven't got themselves off to the sort of a flyer they would have otherwise liked. But still, got 10 overs, and if they go on to save the wicket for the next 4, maybe 3, they can really launch themselves in the last 6 or so.
Absolutely, first 10 have been dominated completely by the Jubail Knights. Taken 4 wickets. The power play, in fact, was also dominated by them. That is why you have those scores on the bottom right. They go at the current run rate 110. That's just not enough on this wicket.
Oh, that's gone straight up in the air. The fielder coming underneath it. Oh, he's dropped it. That spilled over. Looks like it's Mohsin down there. That was easy as you like. Should have been taken 10 on 10 times. He's flustered, dejected, having a word with himself. That went straight up in the air. Another delivery from Saeed, the batsman, trying to go for the pull. And an easy catch put down once.
He spilled that one. That should have been taken, but you have to consider the wind blowing in as well. We've spoken so much, as you can see on that visual as well. The curtains being blown away by the wind. And it's a cross breeze that's blowing in, so not an easy catch once it goes up in the air, but that's no excuse at this level. You have to take those.
Right on money. Saeed was bowled well. Haven't given anything away, and adding to the point, the ground is pretty close to the ocean as well. Starting up a lot more to the conditions.
That's beautifully played on the offside, just past the fielder at covers. Looking for two. Valiant effort by the fielder at covers as well. It was slightly uppish from Balu, and as he was looking to drive that one. There you go. It looks like a chance to me. 50-50 chance. On the first attempt, I just saw that could have been a 50-50 chance. That's an outside edge, is it? The batsman's walking. Brilliantly bowled from Syed once again. He gets a reward for his exceptional bowling. Into his final over now. Gets his second wicket. And things are just going down the graph here. As far as the DELAMAH Royals are concerned, they lose their fifth wicket. Half the side back in the pavilion. As Naveed Ahmed goes for just 6.
That's right, and a reward for consistency. Whenever he's pitched the ball up, he's looked very dangerous at times. Saeed starting to go big, manages a thickish outside edge, and there you see the skipper on your frame. Delighted man. 2 for 17 is what he's managed. Still not done yet. Got one more ball in his spell. Another brilliant over in prospect. Just 3 runs and a wicket for Saeed. At this moment, DELAMAH Royals, their innings are in a dry stride.
Brilliant bowling from Syed once again. Final delivery of his spell. New batsman who's come in. Nazar, who's on strike. Nazar Jafir. Here comes the final delivery. No slips in place. That one came in. Brilliantly bowled, the in-swinger. What a spell from Syed. 2 for 17 in his quota. It's 11 overs done. It's 58 for 5.
Nazar was played in the Tamil Nadu Premier League. He's also been involved with the Tamil Nadu under 23 side. And these two will have a huge responsibility on their shoulders. The experienced players, Nazar and Balu George. And time is running out from their perspective. Just 9 overs to go. Still going at a touch over 5 runs an over. They'll have to go big at some stage in the game.
Nine overs remaining. And we see a bowling change. Hamza into the attack. The onus will be on Balu now. Looks to me like competitive batsman enough to take his side through. He has to take the responsibility first of all in this partnership. Balu is an explosive left-hander. Pretty elegant when he hits those shots, but today they've just not come so far. 6 of 9. Looks like the umpire has given a warning as we've caught that one on the stump mic for starting the over slowly. We've got some new regulations from the ICC as well, which indicate that rule. And the first warning given by the main umpire. Good to see this being followed all around the world. It's a quick-paced game, this 20-over format. You need to start the over pretty quickly. This time swiveled around on the onside. Gets the boundary. A short delivery to start for Hamza. And that one has been put away by the left-hander.
And a very timely boundary indeed. Again, straying down on the leg side, and Balu George got into the action straight away. A very good way to start the over. 4 runs. That was definitely the need of the hour. They've been denied of those boundary balls when the moment arrived. Balu giving it a full throttle. Wide again. And that is something they'll have to try and capitalize, Yavansh, because you've got 5 runs off the first legal delivery. You should want to make this over big, and that is something to try and get the momentum in your favor. There goes Hafiz. Again, trying a deft touch to it. Doesn't get anything on it. It's going to be another wide, plus they've crossed over. 2 more added to the tally.
Well, you can see what Hafiz is trying to do here. He's trying to get that ball in towards the left-hander. He tried it on the first occasion as well. That one just proved out to be very short. The idea behind bowling the in-swinger to the left-hander is that he can get the LBW and the bowled, both of these situations, to get his wicket. But then now it's the right-hander. It will be interesting to see if he can move the ball away from the right-hander or bowl the in-swinger to him as well. Picks up a single on the onside. That is what they require. Nazar gets off the mark with that one.
That's right, and they'll have to keep working the ball into the gaps. Try and get those 1s and 2s. Get themselves to that 3-figure mark. That should be their first priority. And then whatever they can manage on top of that would be a bonus. Oh, gets a thickish outside edge. 2 is the call. Can they come back for the second?
Well, opened him up there. The left-hander was on the front foot playing that one. There you go. He's shadow practicing that one as well. Just catches the outside edge and plays it with soft hands, and that's why it wasn't that uppish as well. It's been an expensive over from Hafiz Hamza so far. He's the 6th bowler used by the Jubail Knights today. That one stopped in the surface. Plays that one for a single on the offside. The current run rate still under 6 runs and over here, Junaid.
And that is something they'll have to try and up the ante, because at this stage they can only manage somewhere around a run a ball 120-ish. Not quite certain if that's going to help their cause.
Short delivery. That should be the second 6 of the innings. You cannot be bowling short to Balu. We saw that earlier in the over as well. This time he goes aerial and up and over as well. Very, very expensive over so far. 16 coming off this one with the ball still left. Well, that was just a throwdown from
Just
the
a sort
bowler.
Just the sort of over they would have wanted, they would have ideally liked. Shot and into his arc, and gives it absolutely everything. Throws a kitchen sink at it. Managed a maximum. So Balu has got to move on. Gets himself to 17 of 12 deliveries.
Final delivery of the over. Once again goes up and over. That should be another 6. Beautifully played on the onside. Is this the over that brings the momentum back for the DELAMAH Royals? Well, surely looks like 22 of that one. After 12, they're 80 for 5.
And there you go, going down on one knee, connecting it beautifully towards the fine leg region. They've got a man squarer, and that takes him completely out of the equation. And Balu has flexed his muscle in the last over. This is a funny old game. One good over can definitely make things shape up in a completely different way. Balu George, Nazar Jafar Seth trying to stitch a partnership together. It's got themselves to 80 for 5 at the end of over number 12, going at 6.67 runs in over. And considering the circumstances, 2 good overs now. They will be back to the mix straight away, Vansh.
Well, with 48 deliveries left in this innings, the floodlights taking effect here. 140, 150, as you rightly mentioned, should be a good total. We've seen 150 chases have not been the simplest of chases. No doubt that the DELAMAH Royals will have to bowl well if they have to restrict the Jubail Knights to under 140, 150 while chasing. But still, with the kind of start that they've had, even 140 looks like a good total. This time around, Balu is most important batter left for the DELAMAH Royals as well. You've seen that he started slow, had a sighter at those balls. But that last over, going for 22, just turning things in favor of the batting side just a bit.
Looks like it's going to be Awais who will be reintroduced for his second spell. He's had an outstanding first spell. Responded to the captain's call. Got Jubail Knights off to a very good start. Picked up 2 wickets inside the power play. From their point of view, he would want to try and knock out Balu George at the earliest. You don't want to allow a bit of a sniff to the opponents, especially when you've got a very good start under your belt. You see him warming up, gearing up to have a go at Nazar Jafar Seth. He's got a couple of runs. There's a short fine in place. It'll be very interesting to see the kind of line he maintains now. Into the block hole, driven down the ground. Decent fielding. Restricted batsman for a single.
Well, this is a good option to bring back your premium fast bowler Awais into the attack. He's picked up 2 wickets up front with the new ball. Now it will be an opportunity for him to take another wicket. He has to break this partnership, especially if he can take the wicket of the left-hander here. That will bring them back into this game after that expensive last over.
Pushes towards the offside. Crosses for another single. It's much better from DELAMAH Royals CC. Getting that communication going. Scampering across for quick singles. Have got a couple of big hits away in the last over.
Four deliveries to go in the over.
Pushed it down the line and another easy single. This is much better from the batting side here, Vansh, because they know the importance of singles now, because rotating the strike, getting those quick ones, that has slightly tilted the pressure back onto the bowling side. Still a long way to go into the game, but that big over in the last over, they have their confidence back in place.
Well, absolutely. Summed it up brilliantly there. They need partnership. They need a partnership. This time on the onside once again. Another 6. Looks like he has a free flow off the bat, does Balu. Picking that length pretty quickly. It wasn't that short, mind you. Wasn't a bad delivery either from Aves. Just angling much more on the onside this time from the bowler though. Have a look at that bat swing. Beautifully played. This is so exciting to watch as a viewer. Have that kind of a bat swing and coming especially from a left-hander. Brilliant batting from Balu as he's quickly moved on to 30 of 15. We once mentioned that he should take that strike rate up. Well, he surely listened to us on this occasion. He's batting at a strike rate of around 70 at one point. This time on the offside goes Flamboyance, but it's been taken on the boundary. Well. At first sight, it looked like an amazing shot, but the fielder didn't have to move there. Brilliantly taken at deep extra cover. It was hit very firmly by the batsman. And after an explosive 30 of just 16 deliveries, Balu George has to go.
He was batting so well. Balu George was looking set for a big one. And again, against the run of play, a wicket falls. They've managed runs in the last couple of overs. Had a 6, decides to go for another one, and a nicely judged catch by Hafiz Hamza. Looked like for a moment might just get spilled over. He hung on to it. And Balu George, after playing a very decent hand, has to depart. 89 for 6 inside the 13th over mark.
Well, I think that's a very lucky wicket for the Jubail Knights, because the kind of form that Balu George was having, it was looking as if it was going to turn out to be his day today. But not to be. Third wicket for Aves. This time Fuller. Brilliantly saved by the point fielder, and a direct hit and he would have gone. Oh my word, he was not even in the picture there. We'll have to check if they've taken the single though. But end of a very good over. Yes, it was a bit expensive. 10 runs coming off that, but the wicket of Balu George as well.
Well, there you have it. A brilliant strop. Turns and has a shy at the stumps. Wasn't even in the picture. Would have been almost curtains. And that's the funny side of the things. The game keeps swinging from one side to the other.
Well, time for some more spin. Will be Noman to continue none for 2 in his 1 over. I think he's been brought back because the left-hander has been dismissed as well.
So trying to work it towards the onside. The keeper does the fielding job. They'll get across for a single. And he bowled well in his first over. Noman didn't concede anything away. It's pretty quick with that over. Just 2 runs. And that is something he would want to carry on as we approach the final 7 overs. Trying to help it towards the onside. Wide given, rightly so. The angle taking the ball away from the batsman. In the slot, drives and through the gap. Ishtiaq does the fielding. Get them another single. He's trying to dart those deliveries into the right-hander here, Vansh, and that sometimes have taken the ball away and have conceded an extra.
Once again, that single coming in from the right-hander. Well, yes, Junaid. The left arm spinner has looked to spin the ball away, but he's surprised the right-handers on a couple of occasions as well. He's bought in the arm delivery, as you rightly mentioned. That arm delivery might just come in the last two deliveries of the over. It's up in the air this time, and an easy catch once again. Well, they're falling like a pack of cards, are the DELAMAH Royals. 94 for 7 at the moment. And every bowler who's come in to bowl has picked up a wicket now, except Hamza. Brilliantly bowled from Noman once again, giving it some flight. Tries to go for the big shot, but gets caught in the deep.
Partnership was the need of the hour from their perspective. Nazar Jaffer trying to free his arms, getting hauled out in the deep. And again, back-to-back wickets. And that has been the story so far for the batting side. DELAMAH Royals giving the ball some flight in the slot, deciding to go inside out, and a nicely judged catch. They're in the deep.
There you go. Not getting towards the pitch of the ball. And that is why the bat just turning in his hand as well. Went high up. Simple catch for the fielder. The man has really bowled brilliantly. Pretty impressed by the spinner. 1 for 6 so far into his second. New batsman on strike, and Noman will fancy bowling a couple of good deliveries to him as well. This one comes in with the angle, the one which I was speaking about, the arm ball. He bowls it with such deception as well, not letting the batsman know if it's going to go spin, if it's going to spin away or come in. This one spins away, and a brilliant catch at covers. The covers came in a couple of steps closer to the batsman, and it was hit actually really hard by Mohammad as well. But diving towards his left, picks that catch up, and Noman has his second of the over.
Wow. Talk about falling like a pack of cards. Might just say falling like 9 pins. Mohammad Khan came out to bat, gets dismissed off the second delivery, and brilliantly taken by Ishtiyaq. He's had a couple of catches in the innings so far. He's got in that region quite well. Hasn't allowed anything to slip away from it. 94 for 8. Still got considerable amount of deliveries left in the first innings here.
There you go. That is exactly not what the DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club wanted. They're losing wickets very, very quickly now. That's not helping their cause in putting up a big total on the board. Waqar comes into bat now. The number 10. Cannot expect much from the tail here. But if it wags for the DELAMAH Royals, it should wag really, really well and take them towards that 130 mark at least.
Here's the captain back into the attack. Decides to go through with a shot. He's got enough there, and that has raced past the boundary ropes for a 4. And what a start to the innings for Waqar. He's got himself a boundary. Ishtiyaq back for his second spell. Gets thickish inside edge. Goes squarer, and Hafiz had no chance on that occasion. Again, this time drives it towards the offside. Doesn't middle it.
Well, you can see Ishtiyaq Ahmed's strategy here quite clearly. He's trying to target the stumps bowl as full as possible. He's trying to get them dismissed by that bowled or even the LBW.
This time a touch shorter, but quicker. And there you see, he's just trying to run away with the overs. He's balled 3 deliveries already. Back on his mark, ready to go for his 4th.
Well, I think they have to finish their overs in the allocated 90 minutes as well. So that also might be on the back of the captain's mind. Brilliantly bowled. There's an inside edge on that one. Going for the direct hit, but I think he was safe as houses. Was non-striker running towards the batting end. And Ishtiaq into his third over. Not got a wickets. Has not got any wickets so far. He'd love to add to his tally today. Bowls in with a lot of pace. Here he comes once again. Much more fuller. As you rightly mentioned, Junaid, going back to his mark rather quickly to rush in through the overs as well. Nikash Arshad left after this for the DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club. Here comes Ishtiaq. Final delivery of the third for him. Picks it on the onside. Towards deep fine leg. And with that single, will be 100 runs on the board for the DELAMAH Royals. After 15, they're 100 for 8.
To be fair, they've done well to reach that 3-figure mark, courtesy that cameo from Balu George, 30 from 16. Of course, I've been helped a little bit by the extras as well. Still got 5 more overs. Can they try and really launch themselves? For that to happen, one of these two will have to play an absolute blinder. But the way Noman has got about his business, that looks a bit far-fetched. That's the projected score. The current run rate will get them to 133. And that is something they will be more than happy with, especially considering the circumstances they find themselves in after the end of 15 over.
That's right, Junaid. 130. Looks far away at the moment with the wickets in hand.
And again, trying to play that squarish drive towards the offside. Not getting the contact. Is in the middle of a dream spell here. Noman, 2 for 6. Couple of dot deliveries to start the over with. Rocks onto the back foot, chipped in the air. One bounce towards the point fieldsman. Is very deceptive. The guile with which he's bowling is mixing things up really nicely here, Vansh.
Brilliant stuff. 3 dots to start off his third. This time a touch quicker. Pushes him onto the back foot. And that's been dropped. Oh my word, he should have had his third wicket there. The bowler will be very disappointed by that effort from the fielder at point. Looked like a tough one. But you should be taking those at this level. A bit wider off the stumps. Going for the cut shot. Let's have a look at the replay here, Junaid. This should have been taken.
Well, that should have been. It was looping in all the time in the world.
Edges. And this time it's running. And it's running away towards the boundary. Tried to stop that one, but I think that has touched the ropes there. That will be 4 runs off the outside edge. You can call them bonus runs or whatever. But they'll take anything that comes their way, will the DELAMAH Royals.
They snatched it with both hands, getting a thickish outside edge. A desperate effort to try and stop that. Couldn't quite get a strong hand onto that one. Just trickles across and hits the rope. So Ishtiaq back for his final over. 4 more to go. Can they unleash something special in the last 24 deliveries? Sayed has helped himself to 12 of 9. I want to make sure he wrapped things away. Ishtiaq, shot pulled away. He's trying to go for the pull. Couldn't quite pierce that gap. That was a bit quicker for his liking there.
Well, you can see what Ishtiaq is trying to do. He's trying to deceive them with pace. On this occasion, he's got a ring of fielders on the offside as well. So that if the batsman slashes one in the air, fielders are in a position that they can take that one. This time on the onside, drifting away onto the pads, will be given as a wide by the umpire.
And again, trying to rush through with things. It's been close to 90 minutes since the first ball has been bowled. Still got 23 deliveries left, and all those wides that have been bowled will come to the mind. Again, looked like it was in the slot for the batsman. Very little to no feet movement from Waqar, not getting to the pitch of the ball. Just wanted to see the ball and hit the ball, not making most of it.
He's done well with those dot deliveries, has Ishtiaq. It's been a bit unfortunate that he hasn't produced the wicket there. This time surprising the batsman with the Yorker. And had he missed that one, I think there was some inside edge. No, there wasn't. Leg by is given by the umpire. Might have been just drifting down the leg here, Junaid.
That's right, and he's trying to target the stumps. He's trying to get as full as he possibly can. He's up his pace by a considerable margin, trying to hurry the batsman.
This time that will be called another wide. This time on the offside. You made a point, I think it was in the first 6 overs, that they have to control the extras. Well, surely that is one area where they'll have to work on. Not only them, but all the teams that have played so far. 21 extras given by the Jubail Knights. Extras are the second highest scorer in this innings. This time bowled quickly, an inside edge. And that one races away towards the boundary. So an outside edge of the previous over and an inside edge now, both of them travelling towards the boundary.
Well, that's right, and they'll have to try and keep themselves in the contest for the moment just by looking at the way Ishtiaq is operating. He's trying a bit too hard, a bit too much rather. He's ended up conceding a couple of wides, and that effort delivery taking an edge on the way and goes towards the final leg boundary for a 4.
Good delivery this time towards point. Said is looking rather comfortable there. 17 of 11 for him now. He's not been backed down by the pace of Ishtiaq. Nor has he been backed down by the pace of Aves, which he faced a couple of overs earlier. That just puts a dent on the figures of Ishtiaq as well, isn't it? Put 7 runs, add that single 8 runs of the over so far. Final delivery of a spell. Fuller length, and there you go. The wicket was missing in his figures, and he's got that one now. Brilliantly bowled, dead straight. There you go, cartwheeling were the stumps on that occasion. 113 for 9, and Waqar Malik dismissed for just 2.
Well, what a ball. That's something he's been trying in his second spell. Trying to go as full as he possibly could. You miss, I hit. And rightly rewarded. Ishtiaq gets his first. He finishes with the figures of 1 for 20 from his full quota of 4 overs. Has led his side really well here. And that brings Nikash Mahmood, the final man, in the middle. And he joins his captain, who's been batting well on the other end. He's got himself to 17 of 11. He would want to make sure he gets as much of strike as possible in the last 3 overs. Looks like it's going to be Noman who will bowl out here. It's going to be interesting from Syed Amin Hassan's perspective how he would go about. Decides to go big. Gets a thickish outside edge. From his point of view, he would want to be on strike as much as he can here, Vansh, because you don't want to expose the number 11. You'll have to wait and see how he strategizes himself. He was itching to go after it. Not in line, just throwing his bat at it.
Well, Noman, what he's trying to do there, he's trying to flight the ball up. This time much more quicker, straight towards the bowler. 3 wickets for Noman, and he's got the celebrations as well. The DELAMAH Royals have been bowled out for 113. Around 15 deliveries still left in the innings. And what a bowling effort this has been from the Jubail Knights here.
Well, absolutely brilliant. Syed Amin Hassan, the last man, the skipper of the DELAMAH Royals CC, dismissed for 17. Played a decent hand. And what a top-notch bowling performance led by the skipper, Ishtiyaq, who opened the innings. Of course, Awais Ahmed, the pick of the bowlers, has been on money right from the get-go. They never got themselves into the contest. It looked like for a moment when Balu George was going absolutely great guns. Got himself to 30 and was held out in the deep. And from there on, just kept losing wickets at regular intervals. Partnership was something they needed right throughout, right from the start of the innings, and that is something they couldn't quite manage. Been bowled out for 113 in 17.3. And this is the scorecard. And there you see at the bottom, partnerships that were the need of the hour.
Absolutely, Junaid. You said partnerships were the need of the hour, but they didn't get many partnerships. Did the DELAMAH Royals, the highest partnership that worth 42 runs only. And apart from that, most of them were in single digits as well. Rajesh Radhakrishnan opened the innings with Usman Khalid, and the opening bowlers for the Jubail Knights were Ishtiyaq Ahmed and Awais Ahmed. Both of them bowled in beautiful areas. They were a delight to watch with the new ball, especially Awais Ahmed. He was hit for a couple of boundaries, but he did not move away from his length. This time, Firoz Khan looking to go for the big shot and getting a maximum. The first one, that was an appeal which turned out to be turned down by the umpire. This one was high up in the air. It was a very good catch at deep extra cover on the final delivery of the power play as well. Ground fielding and the catching has been amazing from the Jubail Knights today. Yes, they've dropped a couple of catches, but it hasn't costed them much, thankfully, to their notice. That one was edged and was taken comfortably by the wicket keeper. Then Balu George came into the middle. He smashed the bowlers. Then brilliant catch at deep extra cover once again. That position for them has been a very, very vital one in this innings, as 3 or 4 of the catches have been taken in that position, and at short covers, of course, they've taken a couple of catches as well. Fielding positioning has been brilliant from the captain Ishtiyaq Ahmed. Introduced spin very wisely. That one almost taken at point. Oman Khan 3 for 14 is what he managed to get in his 3.3 overs. Ishtiyaq Ahmed wiped off the tail. Yes, a couple of boundaries scored by one of the tail enders as well. 17 of 14 for Amin Hassan. There you go, that is the final wicket. A cotton bowl for Noman, and he does it with the trademark Shahid Afridi.
डिसो मिसन 81 किन कुर्नु 84 मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन 81 3000 मा रिचार्ज वर्षैभरि मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन 81 यही हो मौका हेरौं डिसो वर्षभरि ढुक्क रिचार्ज गरौं डिसो मात्र 3000 ले पक्का फुल अन मनोरञ्जन मस्ती अनि धेरै खुसी डिस होम 3000 मा रिचार्ज गरौं वर्षैभरि मिसन 81 डिस होम मिसन 81
डिस होम मिसन 81 किन कुर्नु पर्यो अब 84 मात्र रु 3000 मा डिस होम वर्षभरि रिचार्ज गर्नुहोस् र इन्स्टेन्ट लकी ड्र मार्फत 1 महिनादेखि 1 वर्षसम्म फ्रीमा हेर्ने अवसर प्राप्त गर्नुहोस्।
डिस होम खुशीको कनेक्सन।
मैले डिस होमबाट भरपर्दो गुणस्तरीय र छरितो सेवा पाइरहेको छु, त्यो पनि मात्र एक फोन कलमा।
नमस्ते म्याम,
नमस्ते।
म डिस होमबाट
हजुर।
मात्र एक फोन कल गर्नुहोस्, हामी 24औं घण्टा उपलब्ध छौं।
थ्याङ्क यू डिस होम।
डिस होम खुशीको कनेक्सन।
Nepal's first premium IPTV.
डिसो मिसन 81 किन कुर्नु 84 मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन 81 3000 मा रिचार्ज वर्षैभरि मिसन 81 डिसो मिसन 81 यही हो मौका हेरौं डिसो वर्षभरि ढुक्क रिचार्ज गरौं डिसो मात्र 3000 ले पक्का फुल अन मनोरञ्जन मस्ती अनि धेरै खुसी डिस होम 3000 मा रिचार्ज गरौं वर्षैभरि मिसन 81 डिस होम मिसन 81
डिस होम मिसन 81 किन कुर्नु पर्यो अब 84 मात्र रु 3000 मा डिस होम वर्षभरि रिचार्ज गर्नुहोस् र इन्स्टेन्ट लकी ड्र मार्फत 1 महिनादेखि 1 वर्षसम्म फ्रीमा हेर्ने अवसर प्राप्त गर्नुहोस्।
Less than run a ball, they should definitely fancy their chances at those 2 points up for grab here. And they come the two openers as well as the fielding side. From Ben DELAMAH's perspective, we want to make sure they get off to a good start here. Wickets would be absolute premium from their standpoint. Wickets inside the first 6 overs would be absolute key.
Right then, 114 required in these 20 overs. The intent will be there from the openers of the Jubail Knights. And if they finish this one quickly, they can go in with some positivity into the other league game that they've got. They play on Monday, and it's a very good opportunity for them to get this victory as quickly as possible. But then They'll have to be a bit cautious in their approach while they go about in this run chase, because Nikash, the quick bowler, will look to get something from the surface as well. He'll be the one who will be looking to take a few early wickets. Wickets will be the key from the DELAMAH Royals point of view. Looking to make those early inroads, get the openers out, and then try and find their way to restrict this rather low total on this wicket as well. The ball is flying, the outfield is quick as well. It will be a very, very difficult total to defend.
That's right, it's going to be way too tricky from bin Delamah's standpoint. Nakash Mahmood will have a go at the batsman. And sometimes these small totals produce some of the fascinating contests. And like the point you were making early on, you'll have to try and knock a few out in the first 6 overs. Nadeem Butt will face the first delivery. First ball, short, wanted to go with the pull.
Well, that looked like a wide to me, yes. Now he's given that call. And the first bounce as well. It bounced way higher than the bowler had expected it to. But what should be the approach here, Junaid, from the two openers?
I'm pretty sure they would want to get off to a flyer here and want to dominate the bowling side, get those quick runs early on in the first 6, and then assess the situation from there on and see how it pans out for them. Because it's a modest total they are after. Maybe 45, 50 inside the first 6 overs will definitely give them a platform to try and go for it at the earliest possible. Trying to cut it away. Goes across for a quick single and gets home eventually. So that's the first legal delivery and 3 on the board already.
Well, he'll have to bowl much more straighter if he has to get the wicket opportunity. Well, Nikash, so far he's been wavered in his lines and lengths.
Chipped in the air. Not carrying to the fieldsman. Feroz was the one with the dive.
Just a bit uppish as well. And that is where the Jubail Knights were wonderful in having that short covers fielder as well. This is a pitch where the balls will be unexpected from the batsmen, because once they've gone for the drive, they've just held back their shot in the last moment. That's why the ball getting in the air. This time a swing and a miss, given a wide by the umpire.
And again, a couple of wides early on in the over. 3 in total. And that has been a cause of concern. They're taking time to get a bit of used to the things. All the sides have struggled with the extras. Still a bit rusty. I'm sure as the tournament progresses, they'll get into the groove. Pushed away towards the offside once again. Was pretty quick to get across to his left and field that one. No run taken.
Nikash Arshad bowling in those really hard length deliveries. He's coming and hitting the pitch really hard here. But he's getting some swing as well. It's a really positive thing from him. Faizan on strike. Goes for the big shot. He's cleared that one. He's cleared the infield. One bounce, the ball goes towards the boundary. First boundary of this second innings for the Jubail Knights, coming off the bat of Faizan.
That was firmly struck in the slot for him and presents the full face of the blade. Extension of the arm at the very last one, almost carrying all the way through. Bounce just inside the rope and goes for a 4. Yep, that's the confirmation. Got themselves to 8 in the first 4 deliveries here.
Last 2 deliveries of the over. Once again, goes over the infield. Another boundary, back-to-back fours for Faizan. Another outswinger from Nikash, and I think he's become quite predictable after bowling those outswingers in those first 4 deliveries. Faizan is expecting the ball to move away from him, just playing it with such ease.
And again, firmly struck. Covered the line of the ball really well. And like you pointed out, was expecting the ball to shape away from him. Presenting the full face. Going over. Wasn't shy away from keeping the ball up in the air.
This time gets the outside edge. He was looking to flick that one, and it has gone towards the left of the third man fielder. A lucky boundary, it must be said, for Faizan, but he won't mind it. 3 boundaries in succession for the Jubail Knights and Faizan as well.
There you have it. Making full use of the power play. Targeting the onside field. It was completely in the opposite direction. But like you said, they won't mind that even the slightest of bits. They've got themselves off to a flyer here. 16 already in the first over. And that required target has come down to under 100.
Looks like the Jubail Knights are going to continue with their intent. Now finally they've got one fielder on the offside on the boundary, and a deep square leg in place as well. As we have a look at this wonderful facility, the Al-Tamimi Ground. EPC has done an amazing job bringing these facilities to this part of the world. Located in the heart of Dammam, it has become a home for all the teams coming in.
That's right, Nadeem is on strike. And Balu George has batted brilliantly. Those 30 runs have given them something to bowl at. With their innings this time shuffles across. Gets it towards the onside. Looks like it's going to be a leg bye.
They've taken 2 on that occasion. Brilliant running between the wickets. So the intent is right up there where it should be from the Jubail Knights as well. As I said, we'll be looking to maximize this power play. Already 16 of the first one and then a couple of this.
And here goes Balu George. Again, short. He's fancying that spot towards the mid-wicket. He hasn't got any connection, right? Nadeem. And he'll be spoken to by Faizan. And at the moment, best he can do is just try and take that single away. Get Faizan on strike. Try and maximize the power play advantage. Faizan has got himself off to a flyer. It's looked deadly dangerous. Nadeem has just faced 4 deliveries, mind you. I'm sure he's going to connect at some stage in the game.
This one comes in to the right-hander. Tap and run. Really amazing stuff from Nadeem. He's not found the delivery that he can take charge on, but what he's done well so far is that he's rotated the strike. This time giving the strike to Faizan, who will be looking to hit those out of the park like he did in the first inning, in the first over. It will be difficult against Balu though. He's getting the ball to shape in. A few deliveries to shape away as well. He's got a slip in place for the right-hander. Let's see how this pans out. This one comes in yet again. Flicks that one onto the onside. Another single and Nadeem back on strike.
Very sensible cricket. They know they'll be presented with the balls that they can play shots on. And at the moment, when you see don't have high scoring potential on certain deliveries, just tap it around, maneuver the field, get those singles going. 4 in the first 5 legal deliveries is bowled so far, Balu George.
Drives it down the ground. There is protection in the deep. And that will be a single to end the over. Just 5 runs coming off that one. A good start from Balu George. It's influential with the bat as well. Now bowling with the new ball. 2 done. It's 21 for none.
A very good start. Chasing a modest total of 114 for Jubail Knights. Faizan with 3 boundaries in the very first over has helped himself to 13 of 6. Nadeem giving him good support. 5 of 6 for him. And Vakar introduced for the first time. Changed straight away. First over was a touch expensive for their liking, and that has brought about a change in the attack. Was trying to go after it straight away. I'm not quite sure if he got something on it. The bowler went up straight away. Didn't even look at the umpire and was into a celebratory mode. And the keeper not latching onto it. A bit of excitement there, Vansh.
Well, I think you're right here, Junaid, that there wasn't an edge. It looked like the ball just deviated away. Bowlers are always very excited once the ball goes towards the wicketkeeper, aren't they?
Again, just trying to open that field towards the offside and use those channels. Not getting anything behind that one. This looked a bit edgy, a bit tentative whenever he's tried to play those high-risk shots. Nadeem has to try and refocus himself, play the situation. In the slot, picked up. Has he got enough on it? A couple of bounces and the outfield has been rain, mind you, in just before the start of the game.
I'm looking to go aerial there, Nadeem. It's 5 of 8. Edgy was the right word you mentioned, Junaid. He's looking to hit that one over the infield. And you can sense that he wants to join the party from the other end as well. Faizan is striking the ball well, and this time Nadeem gets it as well. 6 runs for him. And that's the right kind of delivery that he should be hitting. Straying down on the pads and just a flick of the wrist. And that one goes for a maximum. First one from the bat of Nadeem.
That came right off the meat of the bat. The sound it made of the bat was a proper cricketing melody. And there's a chick that it makes, there's a tug it makes. And this chick, it sounded right off the meat. Sounded absolutely sweet. Nadeem has got himself to 13 now of 10.
8 runs off this over already. This time towards the point fielder, a slight misfield. Taken that run, the dive coming in as well, which is good to see. Just shows you the importance that Faizan knows of his wicket. Whenever the dive comes in, you really feel that the batsman does not want to give his wicket away, and just shows the amount of dedication that goes into reaching or completing that run. There you go. There was never a single there, but that slight misfield just giving them the opportunity to steal it. And a delivery of the over. Nothing that Faizan does about it but a defense. 3 overs done. It's 30 for none. They're going at a rapid pace in the power play, the Jubail Knights.
That's right, and got just the perfect start they would have needed. For all the viewers who are tuning in a bit late, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by Dafa News, coming to you live from the Tamimi Cricket Ground here in the eastern province of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Dammam. Match number 3 being played between bin DELAMAH and Jubail Knights. And Jubail Knights, in pursuit of 114, have got themselves off to a flyer. Balu George comes in for his second over with Nadeem on strike. Wide, was trying to chase after it, was way out of his reach.
It looks like he was trying the knuckle ball there, because as soon as he pitched it, the ball just moved away, and the pace on that one was very, very less. It's got a bag of tricks as Balu George bowled well with the new ball in the first over. It will be important for the bin DELAMAH Royals that he strikes, and he strikes early.
That's right, here he goes. This time, a touch slower. Was taken on the full and dispatched with absolute disdain towards the square leg region for another boundary.
Well, once again, the knuckle delivery. There you go. You can see the grip. He's trying for that knuckle ball. Just not coming right from his hand. Full toss, which has been hit towards square leg for a boundary. No chance for the fielder there.
5 of the first 2 already. And again, way too wide. Missed by the keeper. That should run down the hill, is it? Does it have enough legs to go all the way? It has. 5 more added to the tally. Well, definitely not the sort of forward he would have wanted, Balu George.
But he's just trying too many things now. He's trying to bowl the in-swinger there. The seam position indicating that he was always going to go for the in-swinger. The ball starts at leg stump. And then you've got your answer where the ball has just gone. Goes towards the boundary. 5 bonus runs off the extras. We've mentioned so many times, Junaid, the extras are so vital in this format of the game. Once again, bin DELAMAH Royals not helping themselves.
This time picked away. Has he got enough? Looks like it has gone all the way for a maximum. Well, just the sort of half over. And, well, this is turning out to be a big one indeed. He's straying down on the leg side every now and then. Stride a touch too many things in this over. Picked up beautifully and connected right off the meat of the bat. And that has carried all the way for a maximum.
Brilliant batting. And pretty ordinary bowling from Balu, if I can put it that way. 16 runs off the first 2 balls.
It's all set for another one, this time in the air. Looks like he hasn't timed it, but falls in no man's land. For a moment, he might have felt his heart in his mouth there, Nadeem.
Absolutely, you can see the intent. We've spoken about that so many times. Already 47 on the board for the Jubail Knights. 3 deliveries to go for Balu George in his over. Faizan just nudges that one on the onside and gives the strike to Nadeem. Both of them have complemented each other in a way that if one batsman is going well, he's just made sure that the other rotates the strike. And that is complementing well in the partnership, which we haven't seen from the bin DELAMAH Royals today. 2 deliveries to go now. Short delivery. This should be taken. He's not timed that one well. Oh my word. A comedy of errors. That is the worst fear you have as a fielding side. 3 fielders converging to catch that one. And at the end, it lands right in the center of those 3 fielders.
Well, communication is the key. Again, wanted to go with the pull. Not getting the timing right, and all the 3 fielders converging. Well, they could have called it. Not quite sure if the keeper wanted to go for it first. There was Nazar who was coming in, and the bowler trying himself, and in the end, landing equidistant to all the three players. Just not the kind of start you would have wanted as a bowling side.
Final delivery of the over now. Flicks that one on the onside. There is a square leg fielder there. Will they go for two? Yes, they do. Brilliant running between the wickets. 50 runs on the board as well with that couple of runs. They're currently going at a run rate of 12.5. Very, very good. Over 20 runs coming off that one. After 4, Jubail Knights 50 for none.
We're in a heartbeat. Half of the target, almost half of the target has been chased down here. 50 in the first 4 overs. And they are looking absolutely dangerous to try and knock out that target at the earliest. Wickets are premium. Wickets are absolute key from Bin DELAMAH's point of view. The way they have gone about their business in the first 4 overs, they are looking far, far away from there.
Looks like a bowling change. Made a few changes already in the power play, which is not at all a good sight here, Junaid.
That's right, and they have come out with intent. Faizan and Nadeem. It's proper cricketing shots that they have played in the first 4 overs. Have targeted those loose deliveries, and every now and then they have gone aerial. They've tried to hit it. This time trying to guide it away. Gets it towards the third man. Comfortable single, and again to add insult to injury when the opportunity was presented with that catch. Fielding side making an absolute mess of it.
Absolutely. Fielding and the extras are 2 areas which you cannot ignore as a team. Extremely vital. They do impact the results of the game, most likely or not.
Again trying to chase after that with Nadeem. His eyes lit up. Looks like the keeper is interested for something, and nobody else is.
Looking to go for the cut shot there, Nadeem. Rajesh Radhakrishnan doesn't have much pace. He's got good control in his bowling, as we've seen in the first 4 deliveries that he's bowled. He's not trying to do anything fancy here. He's just trying to bowl that good length, hitting the top of off stump. So far hasn't gone for any runs. Just that single that Faizan took a couple of balls earlier. Slight change in field as well. Third man getting finer, closer to the wicket keeper. Short delivery this time. Looked like the double bluff from Rajesh. Just changed the third man fielder and bowled a short delivery. Will be given a wide by the umpire as well. Started off well in this over, needs to finish well. This time flicked on the onside, it's aerial. And with the outfield, it's just going to go towards the boundary. No chance for the 2 fielders running behind the ball.
He was on money for the first 4 deliveries, and this time pitched up, angling into him, and picked up by the batsman towards the onside. Beautifully played, targeting those vacant spaces. Another 4 to Nadeem, who's raised himself to 31.
This time goes on the offside, and that will be another 4 on the offside. No chance for third man this time, as they end the over on a high, as we've spoken about that so many times. First 5 overs dominated by the Jubail Knights.
Wow, what a batting display this is. They've come out with purpose. They've come out like they want to finish this game off in a hurry. 60 in the first 5. What a start to the run chase. Just got 54 to play with. Bin DELAMAH Looks like it's going to be Usman who will be introduced for the first time. He's trying all his options possible. Nothing has worked out so far for him.
Looks like it'll be time for some spin. Usman Khalid coming in to bowl in the power play. 5 bowling options used, Junaid, in the power play. That is not a good sight at all.
And that tells you the entire story of how they have gone about it. As nothing has worked out clearly for bin DELAMAH. Touch short, touch wide. Couldn't quite pierce that gap.
They go the left arm spinner operating around the wicket.
And this time pierces that gap beautifully. Faizan, that's racing away towards the boundary. Does it have enough? No, doesn't. Should be back for an easy second. Stayed on the back foot and played that late. Faizan looks more than a player. Some of the shots he struck in the very first over were absolute gold to watch. Another field change. And that offside looks like a packed cordon with another fielder moving in. And again onto the back foot. It was pushed through quicker.
Well, 2 right-handers in. Usman Khalid looking to spin it away from both of them. Still a hard new ball. Goes for the sweep shot this time. A risky shot to play to the left arm spinner. Gets a single on that occasion. Had that missed the bat, it would have hit him on the pads and that would have been straight in front of the stumps. But he's done well, 18 of 14. Whenever he's got the opportunity, he's gone for those big shots. He's played sensibly as well and rotated strike whenever he's felt that Nadeem can target the bowler. This time Nadeem looking to go downtown. Looking to target that cow corner area. Gets a slight inside edge onto that one. Pushed quicker by Usman. Final delivery of the power play now. Flights that one. Drills that one towards long on, does Nadeem. End of a good over. Just 4 runs coming off that Usman Khalid over. 6 done. The Jubail Knights going at a very, very brisk rate. 64 for none.
A big thank you to the EPCA and the Tamimi Group for wonderful facilities here at the Tamimi Cricket Ground in Dammam. Ground with floodlight facilities, first of its kind in this beautiful city here in the Eastern Province. Those of you who are tuning in to watch a game of cricket, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by Dafa News. Going at a brisk rate of 10.67 and that required rate under 4. That tells you the whole story of how dominant Jubail Knights have been this evening. Won the toss, decided to bowl first. Knocked the opponents out inside 18 overs. And when they came out to bat, to chase that down, they have been going absolutely great guns. Nadeem has got off to a flyer. Before that, Faizan, who went after the bowling in the very first over. And Faizan, when he saw Nadeem going big, just stayed away. This time, dispatched through the offside. Looked like for a moment the fielder was interested. I'm not quite sure if that was through his hands. But that one raced away through that cover region for another boundary. Another good start to the over here, Vansh.
Brilliant, brilliant start to the over. We've seen that on so many occasions that the 2 right-handers have tried to put the pressure on the bowlers initially in the over. That has certainly paid off, that tactic. Here comes Waqar again.
In the slot, picked up towards the onside. That has gone straight up in the air. And again, the ball falls in no man's land. 2 more taken. And whatever he's tried to target has paid dividends so far, Vansh, because he's attacked with purpose and has got runs out of it.
He's targeted regions where the fielders aren't there as well. So smart batting from Nadeem. It's not that he's rushed into those deliveries. He's really hit them smartly.
This time trying to go down the ground. Bit of a misfield.
No runs taken off the misfield. 6 runs off this over so far. And even though the power play is done with, the boundaries have not stopped from the Jubail Knights. 70 runs needing only 44 more. They seem to be in a hurry, as Waqar waiting for the wicketkeeper to set the field up. Deep fine leg now in place. Slower delivery, smashes that one straight, and that has gone towards the boundary. I was mentioning about, in fact, it's just stopped there. That looked like it was going to race away towards the boundary, but it just didn't go there. Ball just stopping. Couple of runs taken by Nadeem there. 2 balls left in the over now. This time goes on the onside. Have to get down there. The mid-on fielder does well. This time no opportunity to go for the second run. The running between the wickets has been one good thing from the Jubail Knights as well here. And they should be looking to not only go for those big shots, but run a few down the leg side. Final delivery of the over. Shot and pulled away. It's high up in the air. This should be taken. The fielder was bought in especially for that catch, and he's dropped that. I can't believe what I'm just seeing here. It should have been taken quite comfortably. And a good fielding change done by the wicketkeeper. But it doesn't pay the dividends for the DELAMAH Royals club.
And that was skied up in the air, and he should have taken it at a very comfortable height. And misjudging. Faizan survives. 2 drop catches. Both the openers given a life apiece. And that just sums up the day for DELAMAH's perspective. Didn't bat well, didn't bowl well, and when the opportunity presented in the field, couldn't quite grab it. Usman Khalid back for his second. Faizan, the man on strike, pushes it towards the offside.
Good one. Form by nice bowling, boy.
What a dominant effort this has been from Jubail Knights here. They've not left anything for the DELAMAH Royals.
Onto the back foot.
Good one, that's a good one.
Trying to utilize that area towards the third man. Hurried onto him. It's been a brilliant partnership. 74 unbroken. Looks like a very matured partnership, if I may call it. Coordinated really well.
That's a good one. Nice
Played a very
bowling,
sensible
nice bowling,
knock,
fantastic.
both these players.
Come on.
Faizan got off to a very good start, and when Nadeem was going absolutely great guns, took the back seat and enjoyed from the other end.
Place that one on the onside. Will be a single. The equation on the screen, 39 required of 74. Should be a walk in the park for the Jubail Knights. Faizan, after that explosive first over, hasn't managed to Get a few boundaries there, but Nadeem, on the other hand, has compensated for him. 45 of 28 for Nadeem. And he's looking to swing, and he's looking to swing hard as well. He's connected on most of the occasions. Usman, none for 4. Final delivery of his second. This time goes big. Oh my word, what a noise off the bat. Brilliant, brilliant shot from Nadeem. And what a way to bring the half century up as well. Raises his bat. 51 of just 29 for the right-hander. He's got a smile on his face. Gets an applause from his dugout. Thumbs up. And yes, he's going the right way. Quickest half century of this Saudi Foundation Cup so far.
Well, that was short and asking to be punished. Onto the back foot and dispatched towards that mid-wicket region for a maximum. Gets himself to a half century. And a smile from year to year. 3 sixes, 4 fours, striking at 175 is Nadeem Jat. 51 of 29. What a start he has provided. What an entertainment he has provided for all the Jubail Knights fans. And very well supported by Faizan.
Well, that one was the best shot of the match. Hitting it to Usman, who was bowling very, very well. Then just disrupting his rhythm of the final delivery. Dispatching that one over deep mid-wicket for a maximum. Equation just 33 required of the last 12. Should be finishing this one in style and in quick fashion as well, because the net run rate might as well come into the picture in the latter half of this tournament.
Well, there you have it. Less than 3 required. And the way these two are going at the moment, won't be surprised if they are able to knock that off inside the next 3 overs. Another change in the bowling. He's throwing everything that he has, Syed Amin Hassan. And unfortunately, from his standpoint, they haven't been good enough today, as Parvez gets his chance with the ball. Leggies, touch shot, straight away towards the onside. Only be a single. Oh, looks like he's coming back for the second. Two runs taken comfortably in the end. He's looking for a third as well, if I've heard it correctly, but then decides against it. Short and wide and dispatched through the covers. It'll only be a single. There's a man out there in the deep. It's been a touch shorter. Not about the off-stump mark. And again, this time wide. He chases after it. Is in the air. And this time, oh! A diving effort. And looks like while landing, he couldn't quite keep hold of it. And the ball eventually pops out of his hand. Another life for Nadeem.
Well, that should have been taken. Yes, it was a tough chance. He was diving in front. Once again, looking to hit that similar shot. This time beats the infield. And the ball, well, it has been stopped on the boundary line. Will be another couple of runs. Just walking their way towards this total. Muhammad into the attack has been fairly expensive. He's bowled short and wide. He's gone for 6 runs though in his first 4 balls. Couple of deliveries to go in his over. Short and wide once again. It's that one on the offside, does Faizan for a single. Feroz should have taken that catch here, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and give it absolutely everything. It's like while landing, when he got hold of it, couldn't quite keep a hold of that one. It's been milled away for those shots. This didn't try to
Well,
play with that space because the onside not getting the kind of connection. Can only be a single. So that brings us to the end of the over. 8 runs conceded by Mohammed in his first over. 89 without loss after the end of 9 overs.
just 25 required now. Required run rate under 2.5. These two openers have been explosive in the power play, and then in these overs after the power play as well, they've looked to have that aggressive intent. We've spoken a lot about the intent and the importance of having a positive mindset to start off the innings. This is what it can do to you as a side. Jubail Knights are cruising. You give them the much needed confidence in the games to follow as well.
That's right, and from Ben DELAMAH's point of view, they would want to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize themselves, because they'll have to work out in all the areas, all the departments. Fielding has definitely let down today. 3 catches going down. You never know if you have had held on to it. Might be, just might be, they would have been able to put the opponent under pressure. It would have to happen. Would have needed an absolute miracle.
It puts the pressure on the bowler as well, isn't it, Junaid? Once the fielders don't compliment or give their 100%, not saying they haven't given their 100%, but they should have taken those catches.
Looks like there's a call for a 2 here, and should be an easy 2. Again, that coordination. An early call from the batsman. Goes down towards the long on region. Will only be a single. Correction, there was only a single taken on the second delivery. And that brings Faizan back on strike.
Well, I think Faizan will look to go for the big shots now. Enough of seeing Nadeem. And Faizan will look to have a couple of big blows here. Because so far he's been the silent one in this partnership. This time down the leg side for a wide. Naveed into the attack. Yet another bowler being used. Leaves that one, does Faizan, in hope of a wide, but that was inside the guideline, so won't get any runs off that one. 7 bowlers used by the bowling side so far. This time the googly coming in from Naveed. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to put the batsman forward, but Faizan so far has been smart enough to play those off the back foot. Final delivery of the 10th. Flighted. Just pushes that one away. Towards long gone for a single. Just 5 coming off that one. Another halfway mark in this run chase. Jubail Knights need only 20 more runs to win this.
It's going to be time for a quick drinks break. Both the batters would want to have a bit of a breather, whereas that presents an opportunity for the bowling side to try and outfox, outthink the batsman. The game is definitely out of their reach with just 20 more to defend in the last 10 overs. But just to get some confidence back into the bowling side, we want to make sure they pick up a couple of wickets. And a big thank you to the EPCA and the Tamimi group for the beautiful facilities out here in Dammam. The Tamimi Cricket Ground presents a very good opportunity for the players. First of its kind ground with the floodlights in the city. And in case of you are nearby, do join us, come for those beautiful evenings for a game of cricket. Some of the most talented players being presented here, and some of the internationals as well, the likes of Roman Reis, Suhail Khan, were involved yesterday.
Well, we saw the battle between the two Pakistani quicks, Suhail Khan and Roman Reis, as you mentioned yesterday. Both of them going head to head. And it was Roman Reis' team that came out on top. What an amazing game of cricket that one was.
That's right, and both the players getting 4 wickets each for their respective sides. And in the end, that boundary from Roman Reis in the very last over, the first ball of the last over, just being enough for OGC to get themselves over the line. Reis into the attack on what looks like a formality from here on for Jubail Knights, who on the night have been the dominant of the two sides. Loopy one to start off with.
Flight to delivery from Muhammad. The leg spinner went for 8 in his first over.
Again, was trying to target towards the offside. Goes the other way. Single taken. Brings Nadeem back on strike, and I won't be surprised if he chances his arm and decides to go after Pervez here. Moves across. Goes down the ground. Another single taken. Doing it in singles at the moment here, Vansh.
Absolutely trying to create some room for himself. Trying to go for the short over covers. This time takes it on the full. One bounce towards the fielder in the deep. And I think that will be a boundary. Well, it has just touched the ropes there. 4 runs for Faizan as the 100 comes up. The first 100-wicket partnership in this tournament. It was hit well. Some sloppy fielding. And there you go. Fielding has not been top-notch. Just another example of that. This time towards covers for a single. Yes, they've taken that single. Running between the wickets. As we've mentioned so many times, it's been exceptional. The entire highlights package will feature these two completing the run chase with what we're seeing right now. Looks like there was an outside edge. And at the end of 11 overs here, Jubail Knights are 101 for none.
There you have it. Just 13 more to get, and on in 54 deliveries. Wicketkeeper having a word with the player. It's pretty animated, the bowler. Went for a celebration straight away. Wasn't held on by the keeper. So 13 to get in the last 9 overs. It's more than a cakewalk from here on. Naveed back into the action, back with the ball in his hand. And Faizan will be on strike. Got a boundary in the last over. Has played a second fiddle to Nadeem. Both these batsmen have struck the ball pretty clean. There goes Naveed. Faizan on strike, taken on the full, dispatched towards the offside. Another easy single. Is going through the motions here at the moment, Vansh, because they know the game is firmly in their bag. Is trying to do it in singles here.
Absolutely. Faizan would be disappointed by the full toss that he missed on the previous ball. This time on the full once again. Nadeem drives that one straight. Doesn't have the legs to go towards the boundary. But these two do have the legs to take another couple. Fitness levels have been tremendous from these two openers, Junaid. They've run well between the wickets. Not shied away from taking those quick singles as well.
That's right, and if you just take those few chances they gave to the opponents out of the equation, this time that's gone straight up in the air. Is there a chance for the fieldsman? If everybody falls in no man's land. Point that I was trying to make once earlier was it's been a brilliant partnership. They've coordinated well between themselves. Have kept picking those ones and twos, and whenever the opportunity was presented, have tried to go long. They've timed the ball really well, if I may call it. And some of the shots played by Nadeem, in particular towards the leg side, have been a delight to watch.
Wide was given off the previous ball. This time drives it. Good fielding at covers. Some confusion. Confusion for the first time. And when you have two batters on one side of the wicket, it surely isn't a good sight. A wicket, the first one for the DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club. And unfortunately, commentators' curse strikes once again, Junaid, because we were mentioning about the running between the wickets. And that is when they've lost the wicket, courtesy that run out.
Well, that's right. And yeah, we've been talking about their coordination, the way they have communicated between themselves. And just when the moment arrived, both the batsmen caught on one side of the pitch. And Faizan looking up at Nadeem and saying, "What are you doing in my neck of the woods?" And gets back on the feet. Has a go towards the keeper's end. Easy collection back to the bowler's end.
Well, it took a long time to dislodge those bails, Junaid. He should have been doing that way too quicker, because the first wicket, they should be happy with that, the DELAMAH Royals. It's not been the day for them, but finally a wicket for them as well.
That's right, and the game has been pulled out of their reach completely.
Shot this time and dispatched for a maximum. In fact, it's been given a boundary by the umpire. Might have just landed in front. Beautifully played on the onside, as I said. And goes towards the boundary. Just formalities, as you mentioned, Junaid. 4 runs required. Faizan will be looking to finish it off in this over itself.
Waiting for the ball to be retrieved. Now back with the bowler, Naveed. Has gone for 9 runs already. 10 rather. 1 ball to go in his second over.
Flighted delivery. He's looking to hit that one on the offside. That's the inside part of the bat. And he'll keep strike for the next over. So just 3 runs required for the Jubail Knights. Run out came in that over and 11 runs. Well done. It's Nelson for 1.
It's been one complete dominant performance from the Jubail Knights. Getting those crucial points, not just getting those 2 crucial points up for grab, but ensuring they do it in some style. Going at 9.25 in over. are all set to finish this off inside 13 overs. Be a huge boost to their net run rate as well. Flighted again, trying to go through that gap on the offside. Couldn't quite pierce it. It's batted well. Faizan, 35, 39 of 36 rather. Advances down the track and couldn't quite meet the ball.
This is turning out to be a pretty delayed finish here, Junaid. We're not used to seeing such slow batting from the Jubail Knights. Last 2 overs not been quick enough. This time hits that one towards the fielder at long off for a single. Things have dried up in these last 2-3 overs.
That's right, just trying to go through the motions because they know the game is in the bag. He's getting maybe he's trying maybe a touch too hard to play that big shot, not getting the timing right.
This time the googly comes in from Mohammad. Imran was looking to cut that one. The ball just coming in sharply as well, deceiving the right-hander. First delivery, of course, that Imran has faced in at number 3. Comes Mohammad once again. Flighted delivery, full toss. Smashes that one towards the fielder in the deep. It'll just be a single to give Faizan the strike. Final delivery of the over. Just 1 run required now. Here comes Mohammad to Faizan. And with that misfield, that will mean that they complete the single. And that will be a comprehensive victory. Well, we are awaiting confirmation that single is taken. And it looks like the single has been taken. That will be a victory for the Jubail Knights. They've been absolutely terrific today, both with the ball first and now with the bat as well, completing a dominant effort in all 3 aspects of the game. Their fielding was top-notch as well. And they complete a 9-wicket victory against the DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club.
Like you pointed out, it's been one complete performance from the boys in green. The Jubail Knights won the toss, put the opponents into bat, and the bowlers doing a brilliant job. Huwais, Noman, almost everybody amongst the wickets, bundling out Bin Delama inside 18 overs. There's the captain out there, handshakes all round. And when they turned with the bat came Nadeem and Faizan, proved more than handful to get themselves over the line. One dominant performance by Jubail Knights. So they back their first win and the 2 points that were up for grab here.
Handshakes all around here. In DELAMAH Royals Cricket Club will have a lot of work going into the next game, especially with their fielding. They've dropped 3 or 4 catches today, and the ground fielding also hasn't been the best that we've seen. It's good to see the Jubail Knights having a chat within themselves. With the form that they're in currently, should be pretty happy with this game. Lots and lots of positives. It's tough to find the negatives, but if I have to point one thing out, they'll have to concentrate on the extras while bowling. Well, that is it from match number 3. We'll just have a look at the highlights here. Highlights have been all about the two openers, Faizan Syed and Nadeem Judd. It all started with Faizan Syed smashing 2 or 3 boundaries in that very first over. And then we had Nadeem Judd took the mantle, took the responsibility on his shoulders. A couple of really beautiful flicks on the onside which went for maximums. That one was brilliantly played as well, as he got down on one knee, smashed that one on the onside. A leg side dominated player predominantly, hit a couple of boundaries on the offside as well, showcasing his range of shots. 4 boundaries for Nadeem Judd and 3 sixes. Once the ball was on the onside, he absolutely made sure that he hit those. Lots and lots of drop chances. That one probably the easiest. 3 fielders converged. Took a step back, gave the singles to Nadeem as he was in sublime form. Imran Mohsin also came into bat, but that was only after Nadeem Judd lost his wicket, courtesy a run out. First 100-run partnership of this semi-geotechnic. Everyone made mention a few while ago that 7 bowlers were used by the DELAMAH Royals and all of them went for runs. 12.5 runs per over for Balu George. Best of the lot was Usman Khalid, none for 10 in his 2 overs. That was the run out that I was talking about a few moments ago. Both batsmen finding themselves on one end of the pitch. Nadeem Judd running out. That one was another boundary from the bat of Faizan Ahmed.
A dominant performance from Jubail Knights, and the bowlers did a pretty good job, and they set the tone in the first innings, restricting the opposition to just 113, and the chase was nothing short of clinical, and they batted well and they chased down the target of 114 in style and sealed a comfortable victory to get off the mark in this tournament with a couple of points. Just the right time to introduce the presentation party. Alongside me is Mr. Farhat Mahmood. He is the EPCA president. Good evening, sir. And talking about the game, there were quite a few notable performances coming from the players of Jubail Knights, the likes of Noman, who got 3 wickets in his kitty. Awais also got 3 wickets in his kitty, but it was the man who got those brilliant 59 in just 37 balls with the help of 4 fours and 3 maximums. The player of the match goes to Nadeem Judd. A brilliant performance with the bat, and he'll be awarded by a beautiful trophy sponsored by Al-Tamimi and Partners. Thank you for us, sir. नदीम, एक 2 मिनट हम आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे। नदीम, वेदर कंडीशंस काफ़ी टफ थे, लेकिन आप अपनी धुन में अलग अंदाजे से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे।
जी बिल्कुल इसी तरह ही है। वेदर कंडीशन की वजह से ग्राउंड का मिक्सचर थोड़ा सा डल था, क्योंकि हर एक को पता है कि इधर ग्राउंड लेवल पे आप खेलोगे तो आपको स्कोर रनिंग पे जाना है, तो इतनी फिटनेस तो नहीं है सब लोगों की, लेकिन इसलिए कोशिश की है कि बड़े हिट के पे जाएं और चेज जो है इजीली करने की कोशिश करें, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आज कनेक्टिंग अच्छी हुई है और अच्छा स्कोर हो गया, जल्दी चेज हो गया।
बिल्कुल कंप्लीट टीम एफर्ट देखने को मिला, क्योंकि शुरुआत में गेंदबाज ने काफ़ी अच्छी बॉलिंग की, क्योंकि 113 पे रोकना दाद देनी होगी गेंदबाजों को।
जी बिल्कुल इसी तरह ही है। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह स्टार्ट फॉर शाकी वो ज़बरदस्त किया, उसके बाद जो सेकंड अटैक आए हैं और जितने भी आप यूटिलाइज़ किए हैं कप्तान बॉलर, सब ने अपना अच्छा बेस्ट दिया, और फील्डर मैं ये कहूँगा फील्डर ने उसका साथ दिया बॉलरों का।
पहला मैच इस टूर्नामेंट का, पहला मैन ऑफ द मैच किसे डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
जी ये डेलीकेट तो मैं JCA को करूँगा, क्योंकि मैं उनके लिए खेल रहा हूँ, उनको प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ, तो ये मेरा जो फर्स्ट मैच का फर्स्ट प्राइज जो इनाम है ये मैं उनको डेलीकेट करूँगा। थैंक यू।
वेल डन, और काफ़ी मज़ा आया आपके बल्लेबाजी देखने में। So that was the player of the match, Nadeem Jet, from match number 3. With that, we conclude the post-match presentation of this game. Thank you for company. We'll see you at the next one.
मैले डिसहोमबाट भरपर्दो गुणस्तरीय र छरितो सेवा पाइरहेको छु, त्यो पनि मात्र एक फोन कलमा।
नमस्ते मैम।
नमस्ते।
हजुर। मात्र एक फोन कल गर्नुहोस्, हामी 24औं घण्टा उपलब्ध छौं।
थ्यांक यू डिस होम।
डिश होम, खुशीको कनेक्सन।